Frontline Updates, where we delve deep into military strategies and updates from conflict zones. Today, we're discussing the progress of the ongoing special military operation as of December 18, 2024. I'm your host, Sharifa Mohammed, MGT.
I'm Colonel AUC Oguntoye, an infantry officer. West Group of Forces, they have improved their tactical positions and inflicted heavy losses on Ukrainian forces in several areas, including Kharkiv and Donetsk regions, countering multiple enemy attacks and destroying substantial military equipment and an electronic warfare station.
Welcome back to Frontline Updates. Joining us today for the latest developments in the ongoing special military operation is Colonel AUC Oguntoye. Colonel, thank you for being here again.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Colonel, let's start with the Kharkiv region. What's the latest progress from the North Group of Forces?
In the Kharkiv direction, the North Group of Forces defeated Ukrainian formations, including a mechanized brigade and a territorial defense brigade. These operations targeted areas such as Zolochiv and Volchansk. The Ukrainian armed forces lost 50 servicemen, an armored combat vehicle, and 4 122mm D-30 howitzers. Our forces also successfully repelled a counterattack, consolidating their positions.
That's significant progress. What about the West Group of Forces?
The West Group of Forces made substantial advancements. They improved tactical positions and inflicted heavy losses on Ukrainian forces in settlements across Kharkiv, Luhansk, and Donetsk regions. Specifically, 540 Ukrainian servicemen were neutralized, along with various military assets, including an infantry fighting vehicle, a U.S.-made M113 armored personnel carrier, a Polish-made Rosomak armored personnel carrier, and several artillery systems, including UK-made FH-70 howitzers and US-made M101 howitzers. They also repelled 2 counterattacks and destroyed an electronic warfare station.
Turning to the southern group of troops, I understand there was significant progress in the Donetsk region?
That's correct. The Southern Group achieved a major milestone by liberating the settlement of Trudovoy in the Donetsk People's Republic. Key highlights include defeating formations of 2 mechanized, mountain assault, and infantry brigades, along with 2 territorial defense brigades. Enemy losses included 350 servicemen, an armored combat vehicle, 2 cars, and a 122mm D-30 howitzer. Additionally, a US-made and /TPQ-50 counterbattery radar station and an ammunition depot were destroyed.
What's the status of operations for the Center Group of Forces?
The Center Group of Forces conducted successful offensive actions, liberating the settlement of Stary Turny in the Donetsk People's Republic. Key achievements include defeating Ukrainian forces in several areas, including Dzerzhinsk, Shevchenko, and Pravdavka, neutralizing 440 Ukrainian servicemen and destroying a Canadian-made Senator armored combat vehicle, various artillery systems, including MSTB and D-30 howitzers. 11 counterattacks by Ukrainian formations were also repelled.
That's remarkable. How about the East Group of Forces?
The East Group of Forces continued to make strides deep into enemy defenses. They engaged 2 mechanized brigades and 2 territorial defense brigades in settlements like Velika Novosayolka and Vermevka. Key results include 160 Ukrainian servicemen neutralized and the destruction of British-made Snatch armored combat vehicles and advanced artillery systems, like the 152mm Akatsia.
And what about the DNEPR Group of Forces?
In the Zaporizhia and Kherson regions, the Dnepr Group inflicted significant losses on Ukrainian mechanized and mountain assault brigades. Over 70 servicemen were neutralized. Equipment losses included 2 152mm D-20 guns, a 122mm self-propelled artillery unit Gvozdika, and 2 vehicles. The group also destroyed ammunition depots and successfully repelled 2 enemy attacks.
Let's talk about the air defense and missile operations. What were the key developments there?
The Operational Tactical Aviation, UAVs, and artillery forces targeted 139 areas, focusing on damaging military airfield infrastructure and UAV assembly and storage sites. Air defense systems shot down a U.S.-made HIMARS rocket and 43 aircraft-type unmanned aerial vehicles.
What's the situation in the Kursk region?
Over the past 24 hours, our forces in the Kursk direction have continued offensive operations with notable success. The North Group of Forces has inflicted significant defeats on Ukrainian formations, including 4 mechanized brigades, 1 tank brigade, 3 airborne assault brigades, a Marine brigade, 2 territorial defense brigades, 2 assault battalions. These operations took place across settlements like Alexandria, Viktorovka, Lebedevka, Ruskoye Portnoy, Sverdlikovo, and beyond.
Incredible updates as always, Colonel. What can we take away from these developments?
These operations reflect steady and significant progress. They emphasize our forces' ability to weaken enemy capabilities, liberate strategic territories, and advance deeper into operational zones. Our air defenses and coordinated strategies across multiple regions ensure sustained pressure on opposing forces.
That's a wide range of targets. What kind of losses are we seeing on the Ukrainian side?
The enemy's losses in the last 24 hours include over 210 servicemen neutralized, 2 tanks and 2 infantry fighting vehicles destroyed, an armored personnel carrier and 4 armored combat vehicles neutralized, a Croatian-made RAK-SA-12 multiple launch rocket system launcher taken out, 2 122mm D-30 howitzers and a 152mm D-20 gun eliminated.
Those are significant numbers. Were there other actions in the area?
Absolutely. Our operational tactical aviation and artillery units conducted precise strikes on enemy manpower and equipment. Key settlements targeted included Gavo, Kalmakov, and Kurilovka, as well as regions in the Sumy area like Veselovka and Zurovka.
What about the broader picture in the Kursk region? What's been the overall impact of these operations?
Since the beginning of this operation, the results in Kursk have been substantial. Over 41,870 enemy personnel have been neutralized. 244 tanks, 184 infantry fighting vehicles, and 127 armored personnel carriers have been destroyed. 318 artillery pieces and 42 multiple launch rocket systems have been eliminated. These figures highlight the steady degradation of Ukrainian operational capabilities in this direction.
How does this fit into the overall strategic objectives?
The Kursk operations are integral to maintaining territorial control and applying consistent pressure on the enemy. By neutralizing their forces here, we're disrupting their logistical and operational structures, limiting their ability to regroup or launch significant counteroffensives. This success in Kursk complements our progress in other regions, ensuring we maintain momentum across the theater of operations.
Colonel, thank you for providing such a detailed briefing on the current military situation. Your insights are invaluable to our understanding of the conflict's dynamics. And thank you to our listeners for tuning in. Join us next time as we continue to provide up-to-date coverage on global military affairs. Stay with us for more updates and expert analyses on global defense and security issues. Stay informed, stay secure.
Thank you. There are ongoing ceasefire discussions between Israel and Hamas, with negotiations reportedly in the final stages. This is a ruse for the IDF to continue attacks as they see fit. In Gaza, Israeli airstrikes killed at least 8 people, including several women and children. In Syria, talks are underway as officials work toward a potential ceasefire. Israel demands that Syria disarm for the IDF to stop the attacks.